Normally my videos are approximately 8 minutes long. Sometimes they can stretch into 10 and occasionally 12 minutes. And then there are the longer ones. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I've got a lot of facts to bring you and a lot of things to debunk. That's because this video is about CC. Sorry. G'day, hello and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me. Like I always say, it is very much appreciated. Yes, this is a video about CC that he made about a month ago. As per usual, lots and lots of nonsense in there, lots of made up stuff, figures plucked from the air, facts that he just pulls from, well, I'm not going to say. The video starts with him giving condolences to a flat earther called Zulu One, and this channel also passes on condolences to family and friends of Zulu One. It's not pleasant when anybody passes away, so our condolences from this channel. But there are lots of facts to bring you about this, lots of debunking, so it may roll past 8, 10, even 12 minutes. There's a lot to get through. Let's play his video.
And I see that people have been shitting around once again at the expense of me having fun. Uploading my videos, turning my words into
just nonsense.
Can't really call it anything else, Chris. You just talk nonsense. And are you talking about me, by the way? I mean, I may have made 1 or 2 videos about you, but you're not talking about me, are you?
whatever and saying all this nonsense. But the truth is that we are stationary. We're flat. We're covered with a dome. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. And we didn't make this. God did. That's right. God loves you.
All we're asking, Chris, is for some small slither of evidence for your claims of flat Earth. And George Carlin sums it up best, and I quote, "If you do just one of 10 things he doesn't want you to do, he has a special place full of fire and smoke, burning and torture and anguish, where he will send you to live and suffer and burn and choke, scream and cry forever and ever to the end of time. But he loves you."
You have potential.
You think so, Chris? Really? I honestly thought that that ship had sailed. But if you say so, CC, then thank you. I am touched.
You want a final experiment? Here, I'll give you a f***ing final experiment, okay? You take 2 boats around Antarctica, alright? 2. The supposed island on the bottom of Earth, okay? You take 2 f***ing boats, you have them go around the island and meet at the other side. That's the final experiment.
Whilst what you're suggesting hasn't been done yet, there are others that have sailed around Antarctica, and it has been documented. Firstly, there is the Antarctica Cup yacht race that sets off from Albany, an old whale station on the south coast of Western Australia, and each yacht has to pass through 18 different checkpoints around Antarctica, and they return to Albany. In 2022, Lisa Blair was the first solo. No, she wasn't the first solo. She was the first female to sail solo around Antarctica in 92 days, beating the previous record of a male in 102 days. Then there are the others from years gone by, such as Sir Robert Falcon Scott, Roald Amundsen, Sir Ernest Shackleton, Sir Edmund Hillary, and of course, Captain James Cook.
But the Navy won't do it because they know what the results will be. Okay, because apparently this island's only, 13,000 miles in width? So it's fine.
I'm pretty sure the Navy can't do it because they've got, I don't know, Navy things to do. And I don't know where you do your research. Oh, I've just remembered. You don't do research, do you? You just make shit up. At its widest point, Antarctica is 5,500 kilometres across, or 3,450 miles, depending on the time of year. I think you mean circumference. Well, not circumference per se, as it isn't a circle, but it has a coastline of 16,000 kilometres, or 990 miles.
It should only take them a day, not even, and they could meet on the other side of the island, and there you go. They won't, because we are covered with an ice wall. We are surrounded in an ice wall like a pond. These continents that are around are like islands. It's as simple as that.
Simples.
A day, Chris. A freaking day. The yacht race that I mentioned earlier takes anywhere between 40 and 60 days to complete. And that's a race. Fastest wins. You are so deluded.
It's simple. Simple to understand. There is no space. NASA has been bullshitting your fucking taxpayers' money from the beginning. From 1958. They've been freaking taking all your money, $90 million a day, for nothing.
The annual budget for NASA in 2024 was $24.875 billion, which is A, $68 million a day, and B, a cut of 2% on the 2023 budget. To put it in perspective for you, which is really hard for flat earthers because you don't grasp perspective, but in 2020, the budget for NASA was $22.629 billion, or 0.48% of the federal budget. That's compared to 1966, when it was 4.41% of the federal budget. And as for giving a shit, what about cordless phones, memory foam, freeze-dried food, baby formula, cordless vacuums, in-ear thermometers, I've forgotten, home insulation, CAT scans, LED lighting, and I could go on and on and on.
You're never going to the moon. You're never going back. Every time they say they're going, a problem always happens. Think about that. Think! How can people still fucking believe that we live on this ridiculous Walt Disney World spinning wet ball? I don't understand it. I just don't understand. This is like, these fucking people are NPCs as far as I'm concerned. Okay, they are fucking NPCs. If they can't see what's in their face and they're fighting against you, trying to hold on to something that they don't even understand, ask them questions. Ask them the radius of Earth. Ask them how far away the closest star is. Ask them how big the universe is. How fast is expanding. They can't give you dick.
6,978 kilometres, or 3,963 miles. The sun, 93 million miles away. 93 billion light years in diameter, and anywhere between 67 and 74 kilometers per second per megaparsec. And I really don't want dick, CC. Although you do seem a little bit partial, don't you?
An earthquake that New York had that I didn't even know happened. I was in the car, standing still in a parking lot, and I felt dick. That's where I was looking. All right. I videotaped some, but I was like, you know what, there's no reason to even post it. I didn't get anything. I got dick.
Why? I mean, that's like fighting against, it's like fighting against a car dealer, not understanding the mechanics of the vehicle, and you're fighting against it. It doesn't make any sense at all to me. Why? They just don't stop and ask critical questions. You know? That's it.
'Cause the pot can't call the kettle black.
Why don't you stop and ask some critical questions, Chris? Some actual, serious critical questions.
asking questions like, why I feel no movement. How could a star's light travel trillions of miles away and we can still see it? When meanwhile you can take a flashlight and go down 4 blocks and it disappears and you can't see it anymore. How are these stars possible? The sun and the moon eclipse each other. That's right, and Earth eclipse. Yeah, and people don't understand that the sun and the moon are self-projecting lights.
Wrong.
Where is the moon all of a sudden? It goes in front of the sun, okay? And that's a solar eclipse. Okay, the sun eclipses itself. All of a sudden the moon just disappears too after the eclipse is done. Where is the moon gone? The moon does whatever the fuck it wants to do at this point. Comes up for 14 hours a day sometimes and then just disappears. Comes up over there the next day. Comes up anywhere it wants. These are self-projecting objects up there. You can't land on them.
Are you serious right now? You can't see the moon because the sun's light illuminates the moon. So during an eclipse, when the moon passes in front of the sun and Earth, the sun is illuminating the far side of the moon, and therefore we cannot see the side that's facing us.
They're not solid. I don't know. I just think they just create this world for people and they don't question it because they've been beaten down all of their lives. They've just been beaten on the head with this nonsense, fed total garbage globes, classrooms, and told that you could one day be an astronaut and you'll be able to walk on the sky.
Walk on the sky. Are you still on your meds, Chris? Oh, that's right. You refused to take them because you were a martyr. And anybody can become an astronaut. You go to school, university, work hard, join the military, work even harder. Anybody can do it. Except you. Because you actually need... Well, you need an IQ. I was going to say a high IQ level, but you actually need an IQ level.
Oh, walk on the moon when it's all nonsense. It's just garbage. All of it. There's never going to be a Star Trek or Star Wars. You'll never go anywhere. No matter how high you go, it's all level. And it always will be. And they're going to try to hide it at any expense they possibly can. I thank you for something. I thank you for reviewing my videos. Let me be a part of your life.
Maybe, just maybe, there might be a Star Trek one day. But that means we'll go past our moon, past Mars, past Saturn, past Jupiter, out into the vastness of space, past our solar system, outside of our galaxy.
Its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations.
And no matter how high you go, everything's level. So when the ISS is over Paris, why can't I see the Auckland Sky Tower, which is literally on the other side of the Earth? Why, Chris? Why? Okay, that'll do it for this video. I say it every time, but I can't take much more of Chris's nonsense. Not only that, it's the end of the video. But just absolute nonsense. Bullshit, lies, and just ignorance, I think is the word I'm looking for. Alright, if you did like the video, please consider hitting the thumbs up button. That is much appreciated. If it's your first time here and you did like the content, clicking this icon here will get you to subscribe. Don't forget to click the bell to get notifications of future videos. And other than that, that's it. I will see you on the next video. Good day.